Despite the earthquakes, shooting children, and the oh-so-silent. Shut up.
Hey guys, Tactical Toby here. I wanted to bring you guys a video. I know it's been a while. I've been sick. Stuff's gotten in the way. Tired. You know how things go. But I wanted to talk to you guys about something kind of important here. And kind of really important, like extremely important. For all those preppers out there, this is something that I want you guys to think of. Seriously think of. I don't flash, if how much food I keep stored or ammunition or whatever. I mean, y'all know what, a few of the guns I have, but I'm never going to say exactly what I got because of the following reasons. Do you know what an executive order is? It's an order given by the president during times of emergency. And the president can give power to a certain organization, martial law. And basically, I mean, I'm not a lawyer. I don't really understand this very well, but from what I can get, from what I gather, what has happened is Congress and the president has passed a set of laws or executive orders. I'm not sure. Wikipedia, whatever, but basically in a nutshell, this is what has happened. Okay. I'm reading off of a list, so if I'm not looking at you back and forth, you understand why. But anyways, I mean, these are the following executive orders that you need to be wary of as a prepper, such as myself, as, several, other people on YouTube. Think about this. Really seriously think about this, guys. Federal Order 10995 through 11051. I'm not going to give each order out individually. I'm just going to read what they are. One of them is federal seizure of all communications media in the U.S. That was tested last month when we did the nationwide, federal emergency response thing. If a national emergency occurs, FEMA has the right to confiscate all airwaves. They can take over the internet. They can take over television. They can take over radio waves. So if you really think you're going to get real accurate information, you're wrong, because they are not going to let you know what's going on. I mean, you can't blame them. Mass riot, panic, they got reasons to black out media communication, but at the same time, it's pretty freaking scary, to have that kind of power. But it doesn't stop there, people. They have the right to seize, I'm just going to read this list. The right to seize electric power, fuels, minerals, public and private. Federal seizure of all food supplies and resources, public and private. If you've stored 6 months worth of food up and your community is starving, under executive order, FEMA can come in and steal your food, can take your food from your family to feed everyone else. So if you got food stored or hoarded up, don't do like those people on AMC or whatever channel they have Doomsday Prepper on. Don't go showing everything you got. You keep it hidden and you keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. It's a little word of wisdom from my grandfather. Shouts out to Rufus Wilson. He's dead, but I'll always remember the words of wisdom he's given me, and that's one of them. Keep your mouth shut. They can seize all transportation. Federal seizure of American people to work forces under federal supervision, including the splitting up of families in the government, if the government so desires. Federal seizure of health, education, and welfare facilities, both public and private, empowers the Postmaster General to register every single person in the U.S. Federal seizure of all airports and aircraft. Federal seizure of all housing and finances, and authority to establish forced relocation. Authority to designate areas to be abandoned as unsafe. Establish new locations for populations. Relocate communities. Buildings, build new housing and public funds. Seizure of railroads, inland waterways, storage facilities, both public and private. Federal Executive Order 11051. This is the big one, people. provides FEMA complete authorization to put above orders in effect in times of increased international tension of economic or financial crisis. FEMA will be in control in case of a national emergency. Martial law. Learn it. Learn what martial law is. More than that, you need to think about what we did to the Indians with Manifest Destiny. They can use these executive orders to take your shit. I wasn't going to cuss. I was going to try to stop. But they can take your stuff. If you were hoping to protect your family, you're wrong. They're going to take your stuff if they want it. If they want it, they can have it with these laws. We put these people in charge. So if there is a national emergency, people, whatever you have, keep it quiet. And if you think they won't do this, they've already done it. During Hurricane Katrina, there were families who stayed in their homes to protect their property during mass riots and everything when FEMA wanted people to leave and relocate. They said no. They couldn't force them from their homes, but what they did is they used the United States military. This is proven. You can look this up. This really happened. They used the United States military to forcibly enter these people's homes and strongly advise them to leave at gunpoint. Not only that, they seized all firearms of private owners. These are privately owned firearms, registered firearms. They were not brandishing them in public or anything. They took them. They just took them. And they did this to discourage them from staying in their homes. People, when the government wants something, they'll take it because they know they can rally more support behind them than we can behind us, even though we're the majority and they're the minority. Start thinking about that, people. If you don't think they won't do this stuff, think again. It's been done through history. And a human being 500 years ago is no different than a human being today. They are greedy, they were power hungry, and they don't care. Every human being on this planet, to some extent, is selfish. It's human nature. So I don't mean to get all negative on you guys, but I just want you to think about that. I'm going to kind of try to wrap this up a little quick, do less than 8 minutes, 8-9 minutes, somewhere around there, but I'm going to give you a tactical tip of the day. Tactical tip of the day is get in shape. I'm a big guy, I'm a little chubby, but I run. I know for a fact I can do a full out run for 2 miles before I collapse, and I try to increase that as much as I can, because being asthmatic, I need my lungs, and that's a big thing that I have to worry about in case of a grid down situation. Stay in shape, eat healthy, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to recommend a diet for you guys. Try the scavenger or the paleo diet. It is meat and vegetables, no carbs. Just go back to the basics of what human beings once survived on. Do this for about a month and detox your system and tell me you don't feel better. That is my tactical tip. Get healthy, people, because when the shit hits the fan, you're not going to have a physician. You're not going to be able to rely on your medications. You're going to have to get healthy and get your teeth checked. That is a #1 killer, man. I'm telling you, teeth are bad. They can make you sick and feel sick for a long time. Anyways, guys, this is Tactical Toby, signing out. Later.